The COVID-19 pandemic has hit hard on everyone, and for persons with disabilities, it is much worse. This has prompted the Senate to urge President Muhammadu Buhari to provide a 5-year COVID-19 special intervention program for Nigerians with disabilities. The Senate asked the central bank to provide special loan facilities to them, and that the government should begin mass distribution of assistive devices, including wheelchairs, prosthetics, hearing aids, crutches, braille machines, among others, as this would provide access to education, independent living for them, facilitate effective inclusion and participation. So joining me on Skype to discuss this is the Executive Director, Center for Citizens with Disabilities, David Anyele. David, good morning. It's good to have you join me now. Good morning, David. Are you there?
Morning.
Great.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, great. Now, can you bring us up to speed? The point is, I've had you on the show before where we talked about the impact of COVID-19 on people with disabilities. Now, promises were made at different times, but as we stand right now, can you bring us up to speed how people with disabilities are faring under COVID-19 circumstances?
Yeah, thank you so much. People with disabilities were mentioned sparingly in different conversations around post-COVID-19 government programs. However, political commitment in terms of accelerating some of these promises and comments around inclusion of people with disabilities in COVID-19 have not really been materialized. The coordinating ministry for issues of disability, the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, is yet to take the kind of measure we expect to mainstream issues of critical concerns to people with disabilities in their interventions around post-COVID-19 program. Recognizing that even the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 struggles much more in including or mainstreaming disability issues in their narratives. As such, people with disabilities have remained vulnerable, people with disabilities are on their own, people with disabilities are struggling harder than any other group in Nigeria to live on an equal basis, in this country. And this is really excruciating. That is why we are so excited hearing Senator Abubakar Yusuf and his colleagues at the Senate raising this issue of critical importance, bringing this resolution to the floor of the National Assembly by drawing the attention of the federal government of Nigeria, in particular President Muhammadu Buhari, to ensure that a special intervention is set aside for more than 31 million Nigerians with disabilities living in different parts of the country, with more than 80% of them living in rural areas with minimal access to social services. It's a welcome development for us at the disability community.
All right. Of course, everyone will see that, because these are the prayers of a lot of Nigerians, not just PWDs. But this intervention that is urged for the government to provide. Talk to us basically. How far would this go when we talk about putting those with disabilities on the platform, looking at them holistically? How far would these interventions go for them?
It is our expectation that the executive will take this resolution very serious. What that means is that the pain and agony of being a person with disability in Nigeria will reduce. Imagine struggling to get assistive device where you don't have enough resource to do that. Imagine a situation whereby you want to participate in government program activities and you can't be included because the government program does not indicate your participation. In particular, the Central Bank of Nigeria that have rolled out different measures to cushion the effect of economic hardship in this country. Hardly did they take measure to include people with disabilities. Even when people with disabilities approach them and write to them and say, look, we are here, we would like to access some of this program, they make it more difficult, harder for them to access. That is the kind of challenges we are facing. If you look at the all the reports around government effort on social safety net. The segments that need to highlight issues that has to do the extent their intervention to people with disabilities always got missing. As such, you wonder, who are these programs being meant for? That is why when we heard about this resolution, it's cheering to us, because we believe strongly that if the Minister for Humanitarian Affairs and her colleagues in different line ministries, department agencies take this resolution very serious, it's going to go a long way to reduce the struggle families of people with disabilities in this country go through in order to cater for their own with disability. It's not going to boost their morale for them to contribute to socio-economic development of the country on equal basis with others. It was also going to enhance them to pay tax. Don't forget that when you empower your citizens, they will be able to earn. When they earn, they pay taxes and thereby contribute to the economy. These are some of the things we expect from operationalization of this resolution.
All right. We often talk about the issue of inclusion, where I remember sometime you said that what you demand is not pity for people with disability. It's to bring them on board and see how we can engage, because they are equal citizens like any other person. But create a picture for us to bond with what an ideal inclusion that you request.
Yeah, when we talk about inclusion, we are asking federal government of Nigeria or state actors or stakeholders to apply twin track approach in addressing disability issue. One, mainstreaming disability issues on existing program of government and other institutions. Then designing a standalone program that will address specific needs of people with disabilities. What we are saying, as government rolls out different programs, that there should be a disability component attached to it. The Empower program, there is a system program as this program. How can people with disabilities participate? How can they benefit? So if government is serious of inclusion, they can say, in this Empower program, we are setting aside 10% or 15% or 20% for people with disabilities. What that means is that anybody is coming with disability, it doesn't need to struggle with others to get whatever that is being shared or being administered to other members of the society. Then, while also implementing that, they should equally look at specific program that targets specific people with disabilities, especially maybe cerebral palsy persons or spinal cord individuals, or even Down syndrome, or a deaf person or a blind person, because what a deaf and a blind person needs for them to operate in the society differs. So why a blind person may be looking at issues that has to do with braille and audio for him or her to participate. A deaf person may be looking for sign language interpretation, may be looking for lettering for he or she to participate. If it's a physically challenged like me, who is an amputee, I would need a prosthesis. An average prosthesis that can help an individual like me to participate in the society on equal basis costs as much as 42,000 euro. The last time I checked, my electrically below able prosthesis. Take for instance, my own artificial hands has packed up. As I'm here now, I'm struggling to raise 42,000 euro to get it fixed. In other crime, states support their citizens to get this type of equipment for them to participate in the society. So what we are saying is that it is very, very easier for state to lead this process, other than asking individuals with disability to depend on their family. If they depend on their family, it will weigh them down. They won't be able to participate. So we are saying that government should adopt twin track approach. One, mainstream disability to existing program, and also design a standalone program that can address specific disability needs.
All right, thank you very much, David Anyele, the Executive Director, Center for Citizens with Disabilities. We appreciate you this morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much.